Thank you, Mr. Bhargava, for joining us today, and congratulations for the stellar set of numbers. Profit 48% at around 3,808 crore rupees in Q4. Well, that brings me to question that how confident are you of maintaining this performance overall? What we saw in the last financial year, in this current financial year, how confident are you of maintaining this kind of performance?
Well, all I can say is we will do our best to get to the best performance which we can during the year. But Sumit, as you know, there are so many factors which affect the final results at the end of the day. And lots of those factors are not in the control of any manufacturer or anybody. So being certain or trying to predict the result is really not in the control of a company. And that's the reason why Maruti has avoided ever trying to give any kind of guidance on margins or profitability or any such thing. So all I can say is that I'm optimistic. I think the conditions in India are going to be favorable. I think the market for the cars is going to be a positive market, and I think going forward we should expect reasonably good performance of the industry.
Well, also please throw some light on your capacity expansion, especially on Kharkhoda plant in Haryana. Also, you were talking about the land which you could not identify for expansion because of model code of conduct. How confident are you that you will be able to do it soon after MCC ends?
Absolutely. The Kharkhoda project is getting along as scheduled. There have been delays in some areas, but we have adopted measures to come back a little bit, and we will, I hope, start production within March 25. So that is within this financial year. And then next year, 26, again by April, we should have another 250,000 units commissioned, and like that every year. The selection of the next site, which was going on quite well, then got a stop because state governments got prohibited from entering into any agreements or making any commitments because of the code of conduct. And we'll now have to wait till this comes to an end before we proceed further.
Let's shift focus to your electric vehicle plans, Mr. Bhargava. As far as EV is concerned, well, you have shown us a couple of times earlier, but what about its coming to India? Will it happen in this financial year? Is there a delay also in your EV plans as well?
The production is still expected to start within this financial year. But mass production, volume production, I think will only start possibly by around April. Also, in the initial production, even what happens within this financial year, the plan is that the first lot of cars will actually get exported to Europe. So the domestic market will have to wait for the subsequent batches of production to get cars in the market here.
Well, let's talk about hatchback market. You said that the hatchback market in India, the rebound can take time. So what's your expected timeline when the hatchback market can rebound? Because you were a small car company, a hatchback, primarily a hatchback company, you will be happy and doing well if hatchback market rebounds.
You know, so far the market seems to be reviving in the two-wheeler segment. Compared to where the two-wheeler segment was 2 years ago, they have moved forward substantially. The turn of the small car market will come after the movement on two-wheelers is complete and the volume of two-wheelers comes back to nearer what it was before the BS6 came in, before prices went up, and allowing for a certain natural increase in demand after that. So my guess is, to me, that 2 years is the minimum time we have to wait before small cars can expect that customers will be back in the market for them.
So how's the tie-up with Toyota going? What are the plans for the current financial year? If you can throw some light on Toyota tie-up, will you give them more models this year to be rebadged under their name but produced by you?
There is an arrangement in it. The Toyota is selling cars which we make. We are getting cars from Toyota which we get. I think the total volume of trade between the two companies will continue to grow. And I think it's good for both sides.
Well, we know that your Swift hatchback is coming very soon. It's possibly coming in the first to second week of May. But what about SUVs? Because primarily Indians are still preferring SUVs. What are your plans for the current financial year? Will you bring more SUVs? Because that's the only way you can increase your market share. Because primarily Indians are buying sport utility vehicles.
No comments from you. You have to wait for any kind of announcement for a model change. No, we don't comment on earlier notices on models and new models and things.
Thank you, Mr. Bhargava, for giving us your time today and telling us all about your plans for this year and important things about Maruti Suzuki.